Alrighty then, here we are back at Oxygen Not Included, mostly moist. My YouTube run through. Now last time, I'm sure people were screaming at the screen. I've done all of 30 seconds of Googling and realised that these are sweepers, they're not the conveyor collectors, which is me being just plain stupid. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve that now, is that we're going to go to the shipping and we're going to get the conveyor loader, which will allow us to actually load, and I'm assuming, oh, me being stupid. Okay, that's going to go there, and that will then load, hopefully. So this, I wonder if we could get, see that, okay, well, we might have to do multiple load, I might have ruined this for myself. Let's put one here. Then what I might do is we might have to shuffle these things around. Incubating 76. Oh, that's delivering gold, that's fine. So what I want to do is might have to get rid of some of these paper. So that goes to there, that goes to there, that obviously goes to there. So this one can have another one of these. What are you? Lead. Fine. Like that. We then, conveyor belt wise, we can now deconstruct conveyor rails only. There, because we won't need that. These hopefully don't need power. They do need power, that's sad. How much power do these need? One wonders. 120, what's on this? 840, too much. Great. Well, they're only going to be used very occasionally. So that's fine. So that'll go to there. Filter's not designed. I want egg. Hatch egg. Yeah. Stone hatch egg. Any egg, really. Okay, that should be good. So, in theory, this should now collect when there's an egg. That should collect it as well. Well, we should be able to just go here, copy settings, paste that to there. This also needs power. Great. And then what we need to do is we need to make sure this has got one. So sadly, this has got to go. That's got to disappear. That's not going to quite reach it. So this then has got to go. Sadly. Come on, team. Go and do my bidding. See that egg there? Is that incubating? Incubation 95. I need to make sure that they can't crawl out through this tile. If they can crawl out through that tile, it's very sad. Keep an eye on that. Incubating. 5% per cycle. Okay, well, there we go. Good. They're all having a nice little sleep. Let them have a sleep. I'm assuming this pipe is blocked, yeah. For good reasons? Yes, for good reasons, good. Okay, now that's done. Oh, you can go. This can be duplicated. Grab another one of those, and then this can be duplicated. Grab another one of those. Great. Okay. Let's just make sure this happens. Yeah, you can... How are we doing? Building. Good. Come on. Get it built. This is going to need a power line as well. As is that. This should be just power wires. Yep. Good. Good. This can then be... Right, this. Copy settings to there. And in theory, it did an egg. It grabbed an egg. Look at that. Grabbed an egg. Excellent. There we go. So they're gone in there. Now we just need to make sure that when they hatch, they don't get out. That's the thing that matters. This can just be a hatch egg. Thank you. You gonna go and get that one? Yeah, I thought you might. Oh well, that's one of those things. You're an 8. You can be an 8 as well. So they'll get the eggs and we'll get more hatches that way. But if hopefully there's more, yeah, see there's more eggs here. Which in theory... So this egg, this is the problem. I need to find a way to get these eggs. Because these are the extra eggs. There's only when these guys produce eggs, which they won't, because they're in the... I've built it in the wrong room. Sorry, I'm doing some thinking, okay? So here's the thing. They are going to capture the eggs that come out of these. These are less likely to produce eggs because they are cramped. So what we need is a way to... We just want the eggs to come out of any of them and go straight to there, except for the odd 1 or 2. To keep the, you know, the system running. So I actually don't want them in here because they're never going to collect the eggs, right? These eggs are never getting picked up. Well, for now, they can be. Because I can just sweep them like that. They should then get picked up and dropped into the pool. The question is, do I want to incubate these at all? I mean, it doesn't really matter because the eggs... Sorry, I'm just trying to think this through. These are only going to give eggs. These are the ones that are going to give eggs. Because even though they're cramped... Yeah, until they're hatched. That's because they've got eggs in there, right? Yeah. If the eggs get swept up... See, this here is drowning. Yeah. Amazingly, it's got a... There we go. It is turning to meat. So that's what we want. That's the end result. That is correct. The problem we have is that I can't automate the egg. If I take all the eggs, we'll just run out of hatches because they'll expire. But maybe... Yeah. How many are in here? 9. Maybe we do just disable this for a minute and see what happens. Because... And then we put automation in for all of them and grab all the eggs and stuff them in there. Is that stupid? Is that completely stupid? It feels completely stupid. But that would mean that these eggs... This is still set for sweep, right? Yeah, oh. That's why. Okay. So they'll come and get those now and drop them in there. And now these should be happy, just glum, right? But now they're going to be... Reproduction is at 52%. Reproduction is now super fast. And the same for here. These will be cramped because of the egg. You know what? You know what? It's just a bit of a shame because these cost a fortune. But let's I don't, you know. We've got the power. Don't sing. Okay, cancel. Dig. Great. One of these. That's great. This. It's great. Okay, this is going to be a bit of entertainment, but that's fine. So I think what we'll do is we're going to just do this, because I don't know whether this is right or wrong, but what I do know is that I'm getting movement. Okay. So you can go there. You can go... See, this is a shame that oh, that's got that thing in the way. Okay, so this... You go there. This is now in the way, right? Sorry. Decor has got to be moved. This has got to be deconstructed. But also rebuilt there. This one's going to be deconstructed. Yeah, that's great. Then we'll have another one of these. Which is going to go there. And another one of these. Yeah, which will go here eventually. And then if we get one egg there, then that's just unlucky. This is going to here. Because I want to build it right there, which is fine. Okay. Good. Okay, that'll do that. And then we want to... They soon built this. Look at that. Good grief, Penfold. Name that series. Okay. Iron. Yep, great. Okay. Yeah, lag. Good. Yep. Going to get to at least there. Okay, this has happened, which is good. This. Another one of those, please. This is going to go as far as there, so it needs to go here. That's great. Good. Power line. Goes to there. That's great. We want a wire bridge, just a normal, good old-fashioned wire bridge to get that to there. That's good. This is 7. This needs to be 7. Great. Copy those settings, paste them there. Got a horrible feeling that this isn't going to be buildable because of the... No, we can. That's great. So we can have you. We can't have you, but we can have you. And you could be deconstructed for now. That's great. Okay, then we're going to need a conveyor belt, as before. So this can go here. This all seems somewhat ridiculous, but we're just going to do it anyway because... You know, you've been here before, right? Okay, this is a problem. So... You've got the U on, you've got U on, that's fine. You are just running here. So for the sake of entertainment, we're just going to go over here and join that up like that. If you guys could just build that, that'd be terrific. Okay, and we can just have you come up here like this. Then to there, and then this is going to go all the way over like that. That's great. Sort that out in a moment. So they're powered. So then we want some conveyor ladders, not ladders, loaders even. Okay, that's going to go one there, and one there. That's great. And then we're going to need a conveyor rail, which can also be made out of something expensive. But that now... can go here and then straight up to that, like that. Because that's going to go over there to that. And then these are all going to need a little bit of power. Yep. Like this. Great. Okay. That'll do that. We'll sort out the extra bits in a moment. In the meantime, has that been connected? It has. So now we can just deconstruct. Power wires. That can be deconstructed. That can be deconstructed. Get a little bit of power back. We can also have power. We'll have a wire bridge goes to there. And eventually we'll have a wire bridge that goes to there. So let's let them connect those up. In the meantime, other things are happening. This will all get done. We'll have a new picture because we need some decor in here. This one I haven't done the things for yet, so I'll leave that for a moment till I've sorted out the decor. That's all a bit hard to look at the moment, so I'm just going to let that critter, that needs to be hatch. Hatch, hatch, hatch. And 7. Yeah, okay. Good. Copy settings. Paste that there. This needs to be an 8. This needs to be an 8. These are 8 as well, right? Yep. This then is a 7. That's good. These are 8s, which I think I might take them away in a minute. How we get more hatches is a good question. That's the big question, isn't it? How do you get more hatches? Because if we have a room which is just incubating eggs, then yeah, I don't know how do I keep recycling the hatches? That's the big question in my head. How do I keep recycling hatches? I don't know. For now, the eggs are going to get captured here. These are going to get dropped into there. These have already been promoted into those. We're going to see what happens with the meat and see what happens. But for now, they're starting to do all this business. We're actually getting some painting done, which is great. Okay, this will all get built at some point. Why is that not? Okay, that power wire looked connected. Wow. Yeah. Okay, let's just let them finish murdering everything here. That's okay. No conveyor receptacle, that's fine. Yep. Good, 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 good. Sweep all that, please. Including the eggs, which is good. Great. You copy your settings to that. That's good. Right, these have all now need power. We should have got the power line here, which is great. That'll do that. They'll build that. This then needs a bunch of these, which will do lead, which can go there, there, and we can build one here, so that's great. There. Power line. Good. Do you remember when we had power problems? Why are you not powered? You should be powered. Seriously, why are you not powered? You are now powered. Great. Good. Copy your settings. Right. And then you need to be built at some point. Right, so we should be egg-tastic in here now. Yep. So we're going to have loads of eggs, which is good. And then this should collect eggs. And hopefully, I'm just going to disable these for a bit. Like that. Sorry, just bash the microphone. And then we'll see what happens. I can't, I've obviously I'm missing a trick because we're always pulling the eggs away. We're never going to get any new ones. That's the problem. So I'm not quite sure how we get around that. If we have no new hatches. Very confusing. I don't quite know what's going on. So I need to think about that, and I'll have a think about that later. Meanwhile, down here at the new heavy industry, we need to start thinking about what we're doing down here. So we started thinking about this before. We've got all our petroleum from down there, so that's good. So let's deconstruct. For now, disconnect that. And then this can now go into there. Because down here, we now will grab the oil instead. So this pipe here, that's doing this nightmare hellscape of God knows what. First of all, we'll just... Someone can get to this, can they? Hopefully. And we will be able to... Here, we're going to empty that pipe as an 8. And we need to remember that someone's not trapped there forever, emptying that. Okay, and then just to make things easy, this can be deconstructed, this can be deconstructed. And then here, I want to be able to just take the oil, which is here. This pipe just needs to go straight to that pipe. So this liquid bridge can be deconstructed. This liquid bridge can be deconstructed. And then Yep. All the liquid pipes that are here can be deconstructed. That's good. Yep. That and that can be deconstructed. Good. This will eventually be deconstructed. Right, he's doing a lovely job of emptying this. What I might just do, they're going to do that forever. So I think what we'll do is we will just deconstruct this, because the worst that happens is the oil will fall out of here. So that's one of those things. I think a clever thing to do might just be plumbing liquid vent of gold, or this, you know, that stuff. Let's just make a liquid vent here, like that. Meanwhile, this can go to here, and then there. And then we will join that up once I'm convinced. So that's definitely going to be a liquid bridge. That's fine. That will. Not sure about this one, because I might just get rid of this other pipe, because it's just the cooling loop that we don't need anymore. Okay, that's great. What can't you... Petroleum. Petroleum. Oh yeah, fair enough. That's right. Fair enough. This is the oil, crude oil. That's fine. That's okay. This is water. That's fine. Don't need any of this anymore. Deconstruct you. You can just stay there, because if I let you, there'll be a gas explosion of everything that's in there. Okay, they're going to come and build this. That's automation wire. Oh, missed. Try again. There we go. Okay, that's still 4, right? Yep. 3 is still this thing here. Right, so we've got oil refinery. Let's have a look at other things that we need to do. We would like to do polymer press. Now this creates plastic, fine. It takes some power, all right. And it also needs liquid petroleum and gas output, which I can't remember. What is the output? Carbon dioxide. So we're going to get lots of carbon dioxide from this, lots of heat, and then we need to do something with that carbon dioxide, which I'll think about in a second. But we also get steam, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the steam. Well, we definitely want to end up maybe having this as a turbine room, and so for now we're just going to have... Is this a... I don't think, because if I go here... Duplicant operation. The polymer press, I don't think does. No, that's good. So we'll stick a... what did I say? Plastic creation thing in there. Let's just get rid of this for a moment. And then once they're done that, we'll stick our plastic in there. This is going to be... oh, they're very, very quick, because they've got nothing to do. Congrats. You get to make a polymer press. Let's start making... 2 lots of plastic. I don't know how much we need, but we'll find out. That needs to be on the grid, so we do need to do this. This is what I was going to do. So this here is already a place where polluted water is going to go. So I thought that because of the generators that are petroleum and natural gas, they both spit out polluted water. Okay, and this polluted water is being sieved and sent down to generate our oil, so lots and lots more water being produced. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just sort this out and make this all part of one insulated part of the base. So, and insulated tiles are expensive, but it's okay because we've got quite a bit of these, you know, this material. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go up here like this, and for now... Just thinking about it. Just thinking. Same here. This is going to go up here to there, like that. I didn't know they could hover on the fire poles. Never knew that. Well, there we go. So this is all still part of our hot area, technically. So do I want to... And this is all protected. This is still on masks, isn't it? Do you know what? I've just realised something. This could be the time. They hardly ever have to go in here. This could be the time. Right, this is what we're going to do. Sorry, I'm saying that without actually saying things out loud. This is hot, right? And this is cooler. Yep, okay. Here's what's going to happen. It's suits here, but only with these. So it's time. What we're going to do is we are going to... What gases are on either side of this? That's okay, good. This is going to be deconstructed. And then very quickly, we're going to pop the wall in to protect it. So we'll see what's going on. We've got some eggs. That's good. Right. Good. We're going to do that. And those I'd like to be done right now, please. Do not get trapped down there. Oh, man. Oh, stop. Oh. Oh, he's going to get trapped. Right, one sec. Harold. Okay, just in time. Thank God for that. So stupid. They are so stupid. Right, this is now entirely sealed off, which is great, because now the suit guys can crack into here and we can do things in here. So let's do that. Let's deconstruct that. Now this is no longer an issue. Yeah, you can go up and do clever things. Good. You're going to pop some sand in there. That's great. It's a bit of a long old trip, but I'm not... Now, we don't care about any of this. So all of this, just buildings, can be deconstructed. Like that. We can also get rid of any of this. That's great. They shouldn't need power, so I think we're pretty good. We good? Great. Good. So there's no reason for them to go across there now and into here, because this is now sealed. They can do everything they want in here, look, from the bottom, which is absolutely marvellous. So that's a little bit of a round trip, but that's okay. So then what we can do is, just for fun, we'll do it here. Like this. This can go along like this. I wish I hadn't done that. I've just done the wrong thing, but it doesn't really matter. That'll go there. This. Don't do that. Okay, that could be tile. Except this one. Yep. Not that one. That can be tile there. That's great. This can be deconstructed. Do we care that this is here? No, not really. That's fine. Okay. Then... That's great. So this is going to be good. This is here. This is thermal, but we can put an airlock. It's not going to... I don't think the airlock... Let's have another insulated door, because I like these insulated doors. I'm quite a fan of what's going on with them. This can just be a tile here now. This... Okay, we can deconstruct buildings like that. That's great. That can be deconstructed. Then what we want to do is we want to add some more. We want to add our new power generation in here. And what I was thinking of doing was, because this is all... We don't want to open that, unfortunately, anymore. But the heat's not... Yeah, the heat is leaking a little bit from here, look, this way. So we definitely need to start trapping that heat, which is what we're going to do with that thermal door. This water is 47 degrees. Okay, that's fine. This water down here, the oil is still being put. So we're getting nothing but a little bit of crude oil. Is this all empty yet? It's not, is it? No. So what I think we're going to do, let's just get rid of this. So that's emptied that, but not... It hasn't emptied it the other way. Why has it not emptied it back the other way? I was expecting this... Oh, because of that. Okay, we'll deconstruct that, and then we'll build some pipe to join those two together, and then that will allow this. But in the meantime, this can go, this can go, and then some lovely radiant pipe there can go. So we're slowly getting there. That's fine. Yeah, and then this, we're just going to let that drop, which is fine. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay. Water's coming down there to pump out the oil. Did we find another oil well? Because that would be nice. There's another petrified fossil. It'd be great to find a second place to put our oil Can't see another little oil lump. Unless that's tucked away in there. No. No. What are you? Do I know what you are? Come here. This is cheating. Cool steam vent. Okay. There's zombies. Okay. What I'd like to find is another one of these little lumps that you can stick a oil well on top. We do not want to go in the magma. We definitely don't want to do that. I'm guessing this is possibly a volcano of some sort. No, it's not. Okay. I think I might just wander over here and see if we can find another oil well. Because I wouldn't mind finding another oil well. This is thermally protected, isn't it? Yes. So we can crack... What the heck? What is this? Well, it's 100 degrees. It's, you know, hot. Hot. But not crazy. What we'll do is we'll go across here like this. And then we'll dig across there. And then this tile can be deconstructed. And then they can actually get across there, which will be fine. Why is that all deconstructed? Oh, that's the pipe that they can't get at, but that's fine. Okay, you're deleting that, which is good. Okay, so that's going to get rid of that. And then this. No. Just do that. And that will then finally empty this pipe, which we can then delete once that's empty. Because we don't want to spill oil all in here, really. Okay. Yeah, once that's gone, we can... This is now gone, so now we can join this up. Yeah, once that's done, then theoretically that should be a clean run all the way up into our oil refinery, which is great. And then they can start working on that once they've got some power to it. But we need to think about power lines, or think about a power room. I mean, we could have... you know, a transformer in here. I mean, maybe we run the power lines down here. Doesn't really matter. Or we could just have the... We could have the power line in here. Let's get some things organised anyway. First of all, can we clear all this out, please? So I don't have to look at it. That's great. Then that'll help me start to think about things, because we've got all the stuff out of the way. Let's just dig, and not dig, sweep is the word I'm looking for. We're also going to put... I can't do that because of the power line. Right, okay. Change of plan. Again. This happens literally all the time. So this is our main power grid. What I might do... I can't do it now because the flipping water's in the way. But I think what we'll do is we'll go through here. So we'll have a shift plate here, like that. And then this power line can be made of... Iron's fine. Like this. And then it's very tempting to just go straight down, because that's where we want the power line to go. That's like that. Great. That'll then join that up, and then we'll delete the other bit in a minute. We didn't really need the main power line to go down here now, so we could get that... we could technically get all that lovely metal back, but we'll just leave it be. So this they can then connect to there, they can then connect that to there. They can't build this without a ladder, so they're going to need a ladder for that. This... Right, and then once they've done that, I can then build this there. Great. How are we doing egg-wise? Yeah, that's great. Okay, you... Copy settings. Great. What's your problem? Oh, no conveyor. That's a very valid point. Have a conveyor rail. Okay, and you're going to be made of iron still. Great. Okay, they'll do that. And again, hopefully they'll start to pick the eggs up. Okay. Yeah, here's an egg. Right, this would be nice to see this egg dealt with. This is still sweep only, right? Good. So I'd like to get the conveyor belt built so we can see this egg finally make its final journey. How much insufficient oxygen? Yes, yeah, it's starting to become a bit of a problem. Let's just see what's going on here. Fine. Hello, Blossom. Right. Did the egg just get picked up? No, I'm just not quite there. Yeah, come on. Oh, they're such a team. What a team. There we go. The egg's made it this far. There it goes. Lovely. Okay, so now there will be no more hatches. Reproduction happens very, very slowly. I mean, it is trying. So they will generate eggs. These will generate eggs. And eventually we need to just make sure that we don't ever completely run out of hatches, because that would be a problem. So, yes. We could... Yeah. We could just put... Because we need... This is the only place... Oh, sorry, I'm pausing again. This is the only place we need to just make sure they stay at 7. Let's just find out what happens. You know, I mean, we've got 11 in there, 7 in here, and 7 in here. These ones are going to be reproducing like nobody's business. And the problem is the eggs after the fact. That's what my problem is. So, but if they're producing... Okay. Let's have a middle ground. Let's just have a middle ground. Okay. Deconstruct you, and you enable. Okay. So, we might get the odd egg. Here comes another one. It's cruel, right? But that's lots of meat there, right? So here's the, okay, let's just, and then we're going to tidy everything up again, because you know me, I can't go 10 minutes without tidying something up that I've just broken. This, here. Yep. Get rid of that. Good. And then sweep all that, please. Great. Okay. Right. So, we've got now just one place for one egg. But then there'll be more than one egg created at any one time. Therefore, we should be good to go. Alright. Surfing has been happening. We've sorted out that nasty air that was in there. These are still all good. Are we losing? Don't know. This is fine. Oh my god. Well, this will just overpressure. That's what will happen there. What will happen if the water does actually explode? Not a lot. Well, we should be doing something with this water. Anyway, I digress. Right, meanwhile, do we need to replenish our... We don't. So we don't need to drag any more water from the germy place to the not germy place. Why are the fish all just eggs? Who knows? What were you set to? Ice. Yep. Temperature. We are going to have to deal with the temperature at some point soon, because this is going to become a problem. See, this is too hot here, really. We do need to do something with the temperature. And certainly down here. Right, meanwhile, back at the... Simon should be... Why is there extra water here? Where's that water come from? Where's that water come from? Where's all this water come from? Where has all this water come from? Who knows? But let's just get rid of that, because we don't want the water kicking about everywhere. Certainly not on the buildings. It can go down to there, that's fine. But where has that water come from? What leaked that did that? Who knows? Right. We need to sort this power out. So here, we've got a mess of nightmare potentials here. This, we still want to... Okay, have they built that? They haven't built that yet, because they can't. Because, again, Simon issues. All Simon issues, nothing to do with duplicants there. Okay, let's do that. Good. Not quite sure why... Where are we dropping the water? In here. Okay, that'll be right. Okay. Now we've done that with the oxygen, I bet we've got, yeah, tons of oxygen now. We could nearly have... We've got another 1 Atmo suit. We can probably make another one. Yeah. We don't want to run out of Atmo suits, so let's just make sure we have plenty of Atmo suits. Tempting to build yet another one so they can get out. I mean, why not? What's the power situation like? Too much. Too much. Not quite too much. Let's just leave it like that at the moment. That's fine. Yeah, lots of sweeping needed. Yeah, get this stuff swept. Make sure you don't accidentally sweep the infinite storage, because that's where most of our stuff is. So for those that, you know, don't know, rather than trying to store everything in many of these bins, this here has got my everything in it. And these drop sweep only, definitely sweep only, because if it's not sweep only, then they pick it up and put it back, pick it up and put it back, pick it up and put it back. But for now, they'll drop everything into here, and the game doesn't lag so much because it's on one thing. That's where the slime's going. That's fine. These are now being swept. Okay, this is now they're now trying to join the gap here, which is great. So I seriously need to think about what I'm doing with this power. So let's just have a look at a power. We would like a couple of petroleum generators, and we're going to put them. So let's just go tile 1, 2, 3, 4 here. We're going to put them about here. But we'll have the generators on this side, because that's where all our generatoring is going. This, we might, you know, there's not a lot of point in worrying too much about this, but I mean, we could just have the natural wall, really. It's quite nice, isn't it? Bit of natural wallage. Why not? Who minds a bit of natural wallage? Let's just have all this lovely, free, delicious stuff here. That's great. Mop that up, please. Great. Can they get to all this? Probably. Okay, this is the once this is done, this will be better. That they can cancel for the moment. Just want to get this done so that we can get. Yeah, this is eventually going to be dug. Don't know why they can't reach that. It can't be unreachable dig, surely. Maybe. See, they can go 3. Oh, it's because they can't go from this side. Well, you never know. I don't know. Yeah, they can't zap more than 2. Who knew? Right. I probably did, but I never thought of it. Okay, then just go up there and just get rid of that. Right, this is coming on. Okay, meteor showers, that's fine. Water at the bottom there is fine. Okay, so we're going to have, while they're doing that, oh, booties. Any booties? Oh, more drywall. Great. We haven't done a lot more drywall. We could do a little bit more drywall because they do like it. Why not here? Because they've got to get through that drywall. Let's have that nice new shiny stuff. And yeah, decor plus 20. Fine. Drywall that for me. That's great. Good. Lovely. Nice bit of decor. Same here. Different decor. We've had the yellow. Do we have the green? We had the green. Had the blue. Yeah, let's just let that go with that. Right. How are we doing egg-wise? Many eggs. Many eggs. Excellent. Incubating underwater. That's terrific. Okay, this I think might work. We'll find out. Okay, they're nearly through here, which is great. Now, what did I say? These are going to give off steam. So, when they give off steam, we want to capture that steam, really. And I think what we'll do is we'll have some airflow tiles. And that airflow tile will go here. Now, theoretically, we want to put a little bit of water in when it gets hot. But I think what we'll do is we'll just grab some airflow here. That'll then let the steam up into here, and then we'll worry about that in a minute. For now, I think it's very tempting to just pump out everything. We've got to have something somewhere with the carbon dioxide to go. And it's very tempting to actually do that thing that I kept talking about, which is just vent it into space. So now we can do that. Let's do that. Because here is space. Here is a liquid lock, very much so. Oh. Oh. I can hear meteorites. So that's very much a liquid lock. This is polluted oxygen that's trapped. That there is, so space exposure is just here, but not quite enough to let it out. So what we could do I really care if this, no. So I think, ouch, that's going to hurt. And now all this will fall back down on itself. So we really want to just dig a little bit of space exposure underneath this regolith. And I'll see what happens. Let's just do this and see what happens. If we do that, I want to see if we get space behind it. And if we do, then that's going to be great. Space exposure. Space exposure. Space exposure. Good. Okay, that's space exposure there. Cancel this. This, go one more. And then dig here. What I'm looking for is a hole in the world. And when I've got that hole in the world, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a vent there for dumping out our gas that we don't want. So igneous rock, we've got lots of granite, tons of sedimentary rock. So what we're going to do in preparation for that, as a 6, which is fine, we're going to start doing this. And this is fine. Yep. Okay. And we're going to stop there while I think about it. Because what I want to do now is somehow get a gas pipe. So this is carbon dioxide, which is fine. We're still doing it for this, which is very rarely getting anything from down here now. But what I want to do is send a carbon dioxide pipe, which may be better to go all the way through here. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Change of plan. Cancel that much, please. Great. And then this. It's going to go through here. Can it go over that? It certainly can. We're going to need to build some scaffolding, but that's okay. Yeah, lots of this. It's going to be a big old build. This is going to come down here. Yeah, that's right. We can do all of this, right? Yep, they totally can. And then this in the wall. Okay, it's in the walls. Down here. This looks like it's going, like, I'm just making trouble for myself, but I sort of am. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. And then, let me just have a look at this. Okay, fine. That can go there. And down here. And then finally, we're going to pop out there. And this is going to be a gas bridge. It's going to go this way and this way. It's going to go all the way up there. That's fine. While we're at it, we'll just get rid of this extra bit that we didn't need, because that was where that pump was previously. Yeah, don't need this or that. Great. Yep. Okay, so that will eventually be the world's largest gas pipe. That's quite the, you know, we're getting quite the piping, but that's fine. How are we doing down here? Come on, lads and lasses. Okay, once that's connected, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter, because the only thing down here is the oil pump now, right? Yeah, okay. So we could be doing this anyway, because I'm not too fussed. about this. Let's try get rid of that. Good stuff. These are going to need 240. That's going to need 480. That's 240 for the carbon dioxide. It's quite tempting to just pump. I mean, we're not going to want any of the gas. You're going to give off natural gas. So we like you because you're natural gas, and we're going to use you to do natural gas-based things. Yeah, meteor showers. So over here, which I still haven't got around to thinking about, is where we're going to actually put our generators. And I need to find a level, because that was what I was trying to do earlier. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. This is great. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So this level here, right above this one, great. Yep, is going to be where we're going to have our mesh tile. Great. And we'll have a mesh tile. We'll start straight away here. So let's have mesh tile all the way through to... Can't do it there. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, and on this mesh tile, for now, we're going to just clear out those. I'll get them to do that first. And they can also... What are you? Buddy Budsy. That's fine. Good. So much stuff down the bottom here as well. Look. Can they still get to the bottom? Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. We need to rearrange their lives a little bit. Okay, the other thing we're going to do is refinement. We want to start thinking about a metal refinery, so that we can, and that in itself needs its own cooling loop. So goodness gracious me. What I'm actually thinking is here is where we're going to put our water to generate some steam for a steam turbine. So imagine some steam turbines here, and then we'll see how we go. So the water shouldn't leak through the airflow tile, in theory. That's the plan. So we will see how we go. But what we're going to do is I'm probably going to just do this for certain. And another one there where we're going to just pump out the gases that we don't want. And then we'll put steam a little bit. Oh, I haven't got a pit for the water. Yep, that's me being stupid. Again. Right. Change of plan. So you love a change of plan, don't you? Big fans of changes of plans, I know. That's what you're here for. That's the content you're here for, is the plan changing. Okay. Where's one? Let's put one up here so I can go all the way up to here as quick. Okay. Space exposure. Look at that. So this should mean all the gas is going to start to leak out here, but we've got a liquid lock here, and we've also got another liquid lock further down, I think. Yeah. So we're protected quite... I've got 3 liquid locks, really. But now we can go ventilation and gas vent. Pop a gas vent right there. And then this gas pipe can go to there. Yeah, 4's not what I wanted. 3 will do. Yep. Which means that then there's this pipe that's here somewhere that will allow us to... sorry, I'm just spotting things. They can't have built that pipe already, surely. Good grief, Penfold. I keep saying Penfold. Okay, they can get to there. They can't get to that, probably. Well, it doesn't say unreachable build, so maybe they can. That's probably unreachable, right? Yeah, okay. There you go. They do that. They get there then. They really are not hanging around, are they? Okay. Well, there you go. Right. So here we need to redo this because I'm stupid. And we need a little place for at least some water to go. Like this. Then that can be a mechanized airlock. This can then be a power line. Like that. That power line can go. Then this is all ridiculous extra tilage, which just looks ridiculous, but there we go. Yeah. Great. One of these. And then one of these. I appreciate the insanity of what this looks like. Don't worry, I'm fully aware. But this will be good. This will be good. We're probably going to need additional bits and pieces at some point soon. This needs a power line, but we're still thinking about this over here. Right, so they're still building that. They're still building this. What's overheating? That's probably that battery down the bottom with it. Yes, thank God for that. That's okay. New printables are available. Okay. What do we got? Wow. Okay. That blue is something. Slickster. Right. Okay. You. A goopy little slickster lava. Okay, right. Gonna grab you. Then quickly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a critter drop-off. Which is stations, isn't it? Nope. That was too easy. Furniture? No. Food. Yeah. Critter drop-off. Here. That is a 9, please. Yeah. Let's let that happen. Because that lava... Yeah, we're going to capture you in a second. Because you need... Tiny baby. You need to... Yeah, carbon dioxide and excretes crude oil. Right, fine. We will trap you in a minute. Capture method critter trap. Capture method wrangling. Fine, good. Someone coming down here to do this? Steve is coming to supply. Great. And now Harold is coming to do the errand. Well done, Harold. Good. Let's get that built. No power. That's because we cut off the power line, right? This needs to be a slickster. As an 8. That's great. And then up here, we find the slickster, who was hovering here, and you are going to be wrangled as a 9. And hopefully, someone manages to get you down there, all the way down to the bottom of the base. Good. Someone pick him up. Good. Oh, God. Let's try that again. Good. Someone going to quickly just grab that. Why can't they take it? Oh well. We now have a slickster in the base that's not great, because that's going to drop oil. No, sorry. Well, I tried. Yeah. Meat. Okay, fine. I tried. But, yeah, we can't be doing with that. Right. So we've got quite a few eggs going in here, which is good. So we've got some success. We're going to keep the population going by the one bonus egg occasionally is going to happen. In the meantime, I think meat's going to be on the menu. So once we start getting through that, it has dropped. We've got down to 186 when we were, but it's not too bad. How's our vent? Oh, we were getting nearly there. Is that pipe now complete? I mean, that would be crazy if they've managed to build that already. They haven't got rid of this bit yet, but that's fine. That's built, that's built, that's built, that's built. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Because we don't need carbon dioxide at the moment. So, let's get these things done. Is that unreachable? No, good. Right, let's get something plugged in down here. Okay, we can start to think about what we're doing. Okay, they can't get rid of that now. That's fine. We'll worry about that when we get there. Let's just get rid of some of these. It's good. Right, next. We're going to get rid of these because they're bothering me. It's fine. This is now connected, right? Right. Is that a... Yeah, that's a pipe. That's okay. So this is connected We've got lots of heavy watt wire on there. That's great, which means that we can have one of these. Like that, which is good. We can also sweep up that. Right, then let's build some power generation. Let's have a couple of petroleum generators. They take up that much space. That's great. So we'll have 1, 2. This pump is currently pumping into there to give us oil. Okay, here's what's going to happen. We're going to rework that. Yep, get rid of all that, please. That's built. These. I want this done now. This done relatively now. Please. That'd be good. Get all those. Yep, dropping all the stuff on the floor. That's great. Then we can start having a petroleum generator. We'll have at least one there. Okay, this is now a ladder that can get around there. So deleting buildings only at a 9. Let's just get rid of that as well. This pipe might be being... Well, for now, we're going to get rid of it, even though I'm going to build a pipe right here in a second. But we're unlikely to use that cooling loop anymore. That's great. This is not terrific, but we'll sort the... this can go all the way to here now, at least. This is our main power line. That's good. The temperature will start to be held back by all this stuff here. Do not get trapped, which you can't, so that's good. It's going to take you ages to build that petroleum generator, which is unsurprising, so that's good. You need power, that's fine. We don't need power, you're going to provide power. You now can't be probably got rid of, because that's very irritating. This is all very untidy. Let's make it slightly more tidy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. That's great. Now they're 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. This can go straight across here as well. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but for now we're going to do that. Okay, we want another one of these. Right here, please. Thanks. Okay, and for those, we're going to need the petroleum that comes out of here. So that's going to come out of here. And then where should we have it? Let's go... Why don't we go straight down... we can go... It should totally go straight down here like this. No, don't do that. Go down like this. Okay. Okay. Great. And do that. Okay, they can get to there. They might be able to get to that. Don't know. Can they not deconstruct that? Who knows? Okay, so that's going to be the petroleum. Then what we want is the main power grid to actually connect up to these. Which will now use a bit of gold because it might get it hot. That can connect to the main power grid because that's going to be good for us. Yeah, that's good. Let's let them complete all that. Then we can get rid of that. We can get rid of this double row here. We can get rid of all of that because that doesn't matter anymore. It is definitely handy that they can get down to the floor, but we might as well make that a little bit easier for them so they can get down to there. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that. That's all good. Just spare ladders that we don't need. Please don't get trapped. Dudes. Okay. That petroleum generator is going there. These want petroleum. So what we can do as well is we can also have petroleum going both ways, which is fine. Actually, what we can do is it can go to these first and then past them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go from this pipe. It's going to go up to here. And then we just go straight like this. And then into there. Like that. And get rid of that. Is that gone? Yep. No power wire. That's fine. We're going to sort that out in a second. So then we have the main power grid again. And we can start thinking about this being tile. That's tile in the terrible place, but great. We're going to have petroleum generator here. This is going to give off all sorts of nasties. Remind me. It's going to give off carbon dioxide, polluted water. Okay, but yeah. It doesn't actually give off. Okay, that's fine. These, however, do need a gas pipe to go to our new gas thing. And for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to connect these all together. Like this. Okay, and then these, we're just going to pump this out for now, even though it might be very tempting to be a vacuum. For now, we're just going to get rid of everything that's in here. You give off, I keep, again, refinement, polymer. You just give off, yeah, and then steam, that's fine. So, and steam will go to the top. So we're just gonna vent everything for a minute, just to clear everything out, and likewise for you. Great. Then we're going to need some power lines. This hasn't got... Well, I haven't got any liquid yet because it's not quite there. That's fine. Can they not get to this? Or is this just not big enough priority? Probably not big enough priority. Please do all this. Thank you. Let's build that as 7 as well. That's great. This can be a 7 as well. Let's just get some stuff built. This can be deleted. We don't need that. This is kind of just hovering in midair, which feels terrible. So let's just put a tile in here just to make it feel a little bit more like it's a, you know, a real thing. So they don't have to keep, again, hovering in midair. That can go. That's great. New printables. These are all getting closer. Yeah. This just doesn't have a power line, which again we're going to get to. Let's get a power transformer. You need how much? 240, 240. You need 480 and 240. So this can one power line. We can have a power line, a power line. Right, so let's have a transformer. Not a robot in disguise. We'll have one here and one here. We'll have the main power grid. Going straight over like that. And then what we'll do... Okay, actually, change of plan. We're not going to do that. Oh, we have to. Because we can't go through the floor. Yes, okay, so that was right. Okay. It just means a bit of a nightmare for wiring, but that's okay. We can do that. Then we're going to have a normal wire. Yep, and that's going to go... For you, you can come out of here, up here, and then into here, and then whoop, into that, and then you can come out of here, and then up here, right a bit, and then into there. Great. Wire bridge. Here, please. And here, please. And that will connect all those things up. This will get built in a moment. Hopefully we're not running out of iron again. We are running out of iron again, but there we go. That's all right. We've got... There's more on the map. We are getting some generation. Now, we don't want to just burn our petroleum forever. So we do want to connect them to the batteries. So they can run, because they're now running, this is now running before anything else is running. Have we actually got any other generator running? No. You're the only thing, you're powering the entire base at the moment. Which is crazy to me. I think we can probably get off wheels now. Yeah. I think it's time to get off wheels. Alright, let's slow the game down. we have achieved many things. We've put some more drywall up. We have a vent to the outside, which we will use to start when we start working on our plastic. We've got a massive pipe for that. I think we've sorted out, at least we're attempting to sort out the meat problem. So this egg, oh, don't tell me. Oh. What are the chances? Well, congrats. That egg is just out of the range. Yeah, that's if they go. Yeah, that's just unlucky. And that one's got three slots where it could be out of range. Well, that's going to catch most of them. And then if not, they will get turned into new hatches. We got 11 in there. We should just have 7 and 7 and 7. So these are just going to be reproducing like nobody's business. And we should be having quite a bit of meat on the menu as soon as these start hatching. So they're hatching slowly. But then they're all going to hatch at roughly the same time. I know, they're going to be spread out, so that's going to be good. So once that's going, we're going to have barbecue for days. And then this should be sort of supplying for that. So we got that going. And then bathrooms and everything else like that is all functioning. We got no weird water kicking about. We've started to think about our heavy industry. We're going to have some... I need to put some automation in to stop this from doing anything else. I mean, they could go on, to be honest, because otherwise we're just going to burn off everything that we've got. We could just put this on the same automation wire as what we got. Let's have lead. It's not going to shouldn't get that hot. Oh, you can go through there. That's good. That's great. We got plenty of batteries at the moment. We don't need to worry. So they will be on the same automation as these, which should hopefully mean, because they're controlling this, these then happen later. And again, coal, if worst comes to worst, we've got 170 tons of coal. We do need to think about oxygen, because for some reason, I think it's because we're out of... Oh, we've got 9 tons of algae again now. We should perhaps consider how we're sorting our oxygen out again. Because, yeah, there's a few places where, just here, where it's getting a bit thin, but it's still bright blue. We should be good for oxygen. So, alrighty. I'll leave you looking at the hatches, because they're the most interesting thing just at the moment. And thanks for coming along for the ride, and I look forward to seeing you next time.